Hi everybody, it's Sarah. Today we're going to explore Aquarius's future for December 2019. I pulled 4 cards, one for each week, and a qualifier card for more information. While there are thousands and thousands of Aquarius natives out there, this may not resonate with you, and that's okay. We're all going through different cycles, different life lessons, and we have different planets active in our chart too. If this doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by. If it does, leave me a comment and let me know, okay, if you find this helpful. So let's dive right in. Aquarius is one of those signs that has a tendency to overthink things and to overanalyze things, a lot like Virgo does. So your biggest obstacle generally is that, the fact that you are so self-aware and that you do tend to take things personal. And we're going to see that come up in this reading. And spoilers, there's going to be some good news, so please watch it all the way to the end, okay? So I Reiki'd and shuffled the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is the big deck, and I used all the cards, and this is what turned up. So for the first week, we have Judgment, and as a qualifier, the 7 of Pentacles. So you begin the first week of December with the Judgment card. So this is a really fitting card. This is a card, of course, of judgment, self-judgment, awakening, renewal, decisiveness, forgiveness. So chances are really good that you're quite busy this week judging yourself too harshly or feeling judged harshly by others. This card is kind of like a wake-up call to calm down and evaluate yourself as you would someone else. Think about what you're doing. You're being really hard on yourself. You wouldn't be this hard on someone else, right? Yes, you have a big decision to make. Probably everything from karmatic lessons to things that will impact your family at large are all in play when you're thinking about this decision. And you need to come from a place where you're clear on what would be the best thing to do. And you need to clear your conscience too, to try and make the best decision possible. So while you're busy judging yourself and comparing yourself to other people, you're trying to come up with an idea of what the next step should be. And fear is limiting those choices. You don't feel like you have many choices. You feel very overwhelmed and you feel kind of lost. And of course, there's a part of you that doesn't want to make a decision, that doesn't want to see things change. You have that voice too in your head saying, if you just worked harder, if you just loved this person harder, if you just committed, if you did this, if you did that, everything would get better. But will it? Will it actually? And is this something that you can live with? Can you live with this decision? And we all kind of run into these lessons from time to time when we don't really want the situation to change, but we know it has to because it's only going to continue to deteriorate. So whether that is your job, your relationship, moving house, you know things have to shift. So in looking at this card, I think this is not so much about what you're doing wrong or what you need to be doing more of. I think this is more a life lesson. This is a time of clearing. This is a time of new beginnings, the time of cycles ending and fresh starts. The card under it, the qualifier, the Pentacle card, shows us that not all of our hopes, dreams, goals are going to come to fruition, but that's okay. Because I like to think of this card as the sometimes you get what you need, not what you want kind of card. Because obviously you can see he's tending his garden and it looks like there's, if you look at the pentacles as fruit, it looks like, yes, some things are definitely ripening and coming forward. And that's kind of where you are too. You're at that stage where you've been kind of nurturing some different ideas. And some of them are even at odds with each other in trying to decide which direction to move into. And now you're starting to see some of those ideas come back up, fully developed. Now, whether or not you decide to go down those avenues or do those experiences or make those changes is totally up to you. You do have that ability. So if you'll stop judging yourself so hard, being so hard on yourself, things will get a lot easier. In the second week, we have the Devil and the Queen of Wands. And you're going, oh great, it's going to get easier, but what about this? When the Devil comes up in a reading like this, it generally signifies depression, guilt, obsession, abuse, feeling powerless, feeling trapped or restricted. So with this card, You may be feeling through an outside influence, especially, that things are beyond your control and that you're being restricted or stopped from moving forward or doing what you need to do. This can leave you feeling, of course, victimized and powerless, and nobody likes feeling like that. So what do you do with this? Well, you don't give up. This card creates the illusion of you being trapped, and that's what it is. It's an illusion because you have many positive traits and many tools at your disposal. It's just that this second week of December, you may be feeling depressed and not realize it and not be able to see this. But actually, no matter how hopeless things may seem on the surface, there is always something good or positive in your life. And we see, if we look ahead, that good things are coming. So when we look at this with the qualifier, which is the Queen of Wands, this card is about being strong, being courageous, passionate, and independent. This card gives you a dose of optimism and a big surge of energy. So it looks like the second week will be the time that the tables kind of turn and the energy tips in a more favorable way. If you can just remember that you are stronger, more capable, and more prepared to move forward than you're giving yourself credit for, okay? This card represents a person or a person that has these traits of being very energetic, very strong, courageous, and passionate. This is a fire sign card, so this is somebody, think of it as an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, which is all about being independent, being confident, being outgoing, and assertive. You too have those qualities. So when you step into those qualities, that's when you banish the devil or the negative thinking, and you're able to see that, yes, the whole world is out there for you, just ready for you to move forward. So that's how I kind of look at these two cards together. You're in a negative place, feeling like things are kind of hopeless, but they're not. You have the ability to make decisions and to change the road you're on. You just have to remember that. And it looks like the third week, you get some good news out of the blue. All ace cards mean information and something happening, something coming forward to kind of change the plot, right? And it's usually a gift out of nowhere. And sometimes it's a material gift, like, an inheritance. And sometimes it's more just somebody offering you a job or, something like that. Something that you would have never expected, though. And wands, of course, are air, and it usually means something fast will happen. And it's also something good will happen, okay? Let me stress that. The third week of December, while you've been mulling around and feeling, kind of sad as we go through December, the third week, you're going to get this surprise, you're going to get this offer, and it is going to turn things around completely for you. With the card as a qualifier, we have strength. And strength, of course, is not just physical strength, it's about mental strength. It's about emotional strength. And that's one thing that Aquarius has a lot of. They have a lot of strength. They hide it from people. They don't like to talk about how strong they are. And just like they don't like to talk about what they're going through, they like to keep that stuff kind of personal and private. But in reality, you are so much stronger than you know. Just like you're so much more capable than you know. You can pick a path and it will work out. The problem right now is you haven't picked a path. You're in that limbo of what should I do and what's the right thing to do. Kind of also heart versus head. And that's why you're suffering. Until you decide the right direction to go in, you're going to be in this turmoil. But with the third week and this coming out of the blue opportunity, chances are good it's going to give you some direction. Whether or not you take this opportunity, it may just open your eyes to the fact that you can actually do anything you want to. The only person standing in your way is yourself. It also feels like you're going to have a major awakening the third week of December. Your spiritual abilities are going to skyrocket or maybe open up in ways you didn't imagine was even possible. And things are going to feel better. You're going to get your joy for life back, and you're going to want an adventure. You're going to want to go traveling, to go see a new place, to go out and actually have fun again, which will be a nice change as you get back to being who you really are. The end of the year, we have the Lovers, and the qualifier is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Lovers can mean, obviously, a new romantic relationship. It can. It could mean someone coming into your life, unexpected love, falling in love at first sight. It could also mean believing in yourself and actively loving yourself enough to move forward too, to accept where you are and accept that you are capable of making a change. When we qualify it with the Ace of Pentacles, which is, like all aces, a message, right? And this one has to do with money. So I would say that yes, your situation is about to change. You are about to commit to a path. And once you commit to it, things are going to change. Things are going to move quickly, just like messages from heaven. Things are going to flow your way, and you're going to see that, yes, this was the right path. Yes, this is the next step. The weight of the world is going to start lifting off your shoulders. Making these decisions is never easy. We're in a place where we think things should be logical, but our heart is saying something else. You have to find that balance between logic and heart, between emotion and intellect. And once you do and commit to the path, everything will start flowing again. So this is going to be a month of emotional ups and downs, but you're going to be fine. By the end of the year, you're going to be in a very good position. So keep that in mind. Don't think that how you're feeling today, or maybe even next week, is what it's going to be like for the next decade, because it's not. This is a clearing and a time of personal upheaval as you clear stuff out and make room for this new energy to come in with these new opportunities that's going to set the tone for 2020. That's what we're talking about, opportunities. We're not talking about this feeling overwhelmed. I'm sorry, that's kind of cryptic, I know, but I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if the message is not clear, this reading may not be for you, and that's okay. I feel the overall takeaway from this reading is, yes, you've been going through some stuff. You've been going through it on a very deep level. You've been soul searching. You've been trying to make the best decision that you can make, because it's going to impact not only you, but your family and other people. And once you commit to a path, a decision, then things will clear up. Until you do, you're going to feel overwhelmed, depressed, and trapped. So that's the big key. Make the decision and then commit to one path, and things will change and everything will start lifting and falling into place. The universe is trying to give you what you need, but until you're clear with the universe what that is, it can't bring it forward. Yeah? And don't forget, you're allowed to dream big. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, if you would like a personal reading, you can find me at Serenity. And I have one more reading I think I'm going to do for December, and then I'm going to switch to January, because the readings have been a lot like this, a lot of ups and downs, and people are kind of waiting. Is January really going to be better, and how? And I think maybe we need that message more than we need what's going to happen the next 3 weeks. You agree or disagree? Leave me a comment and let me know, okay? All right, Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.